Oh, you want to know what? The microphone actually is probably picking up almost more than anything is the wind from the fan above me. Huh. Let me know if y'all see me. Y'all see me on again. I mean, this shit should be running, but fucking things seem to be a little weird. Ah, there we go. It looks like it refreshed now. It's still being a pain in the ass. I can see and hear you. Thank you, Senor Wolfman. Welcome back. Alright. I'm gonna hit the start button. Where'd it go? What have I done? Okay, there it is. I'm gonna hit the start button. And we're gonna hear some music. We're gonna hear the game, which is right up there. And it's probably gonna be loud. And I'm gonna need you to tell me if you hear like an echo and shit like that going on from the game.
We got some hungry critters bearing 3, 6, 3.
Oh no! We missed the thing. We're gonna swap this around too, so that it works more, but we're probably dead. Oh, did they forgive us on that?
Wrong way, butt brain!
Wrong way, butt brain. They let you go with a few of them. I think I'm gonna take down the desktop audio a little more. Now, from the music, from the video game audio, do you hear any echoing happening? Like, are you hearing the audio coming from my headset going into the microphone of the laptop? Because if that does, then we're going to have to change the microphone which was being used. You don't seem to hear any? Perfecto. Let me fuck with this thing for a second. No echo. Good. Confirmed doubly by two fantastic humans. Now let's go into main. Oh my god, and we have this camera. You want to know what? Let's change this video camera device. Let's change this one over to this one.
For the very first time, I showed the login worked.
Yay!
Finally fucking worked.
Finally. 6 hours worth of hell. And then login work. Oh, do I gotta configure video on this bitch too?
My brain is scrambled eggs. This is your brain on drugs.
What
the drug is like technology bullshit.
You know what? Here, we're just
Put some hot sauce in those scrambled eggs.
Eggs.
Hey, we got lots of eggs.
Oh shit, we do.
We should probably do something about
We
them
should
before
smush some
they
eggs.
hatch.
Before we'll boil them up and we'll just smush them in some tuna and then add mayonnaise. Let's just do that. That sounds good, right?
Boil them, mash them,
Stick 'em
put
in
them
a
in
stew.
mayonnaise.
Oh god. What have we done? See, that one said trying to do that thing there too, but we finna remove that one, yes, and then we're going to right click, add source. Video capture device, add existing. Video capture device too. Whoa, it went straight into the fucking CD thing, so this is something that's super
Everything's
fucking
working
cool.
now.
Yeah. There's 30.
Stay in schools, kids.
It was a curse. It was a gypsy. This is all you get of me. This is what you get. Okay, we'll move it. Move it over here. Alright, so first of all, Sewer Shark works, right? Let's go ahead, but let's power this bitch down too for a second. Alright. We're back with that. Let's take out Sewer Shark. Oh, it's still spinning. You remember back in those days you had to be careful not to cut your fingers on a spinning CD. Alright, so here's... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, gee willikers. Oh, shoot. I'll put this down here for a second. Probably gotta get a couple more, and we're gonna do a little bit of surgery. So let's power this bitch on right now and let you guys see the glory of the intro screen. Oh, no. I can't believe this fucking works. We have here Heart of the Alien. This game is actually 2 games in one, but it's a sequel to the first game that is inside of here. Heart of the Alien is a sequel to it. It was a game originally called Another World, later renamed to Out of This World. I first played that game on the Super Nintendo, and it had one of the coolest looking like graphics in it and stuff like that. And we'll show you here. We'll give this a little testorino. I'm pretty sure that I'm getting a delay on sound because that's just how fucking Bluetooth lives, but we're just using Bluetooth for this. And we're not going for accuracy, we're going for functionality. So look at this bitch, is complete inbox. What up? All the teeth are still on the central thing, so I gotta kind of dig my nail underneath. Pristine as fuck disc. Let us see if the heart of the alien is still functioning. Start. It read the disc. It asked to press the start button. It didn't give any errors. We have this little intro thing starting up. And we're gonna get the beginning screen. Right. Oh wait, is this chat up here? And there's chat up there, what up? Interplay, Heart of the Alien, fuck yes. Oh, I forgot how touchy these controllers can be. Hello, Evie Key. Oh man, when I was a kid, my childhood friend played that, and I remember us laughing our asses off at the protagonist dying from a scratch on his leg from a tiny worm. Yes, that's like very much the beginning. Yes. That's fucking fantastic. It is a pretty old game. It's really awesome. Uses like these type of vector graphics. It looked super cool. But yeah, you get a little scratch thing. You were like, what the hell is that? For some reason, I thought he got the scratch in his elbow too. I mean, we'll take a look at it. Let's see this. I hit the start button. Oh, let's watch this boss ass intro. Let's just lean back and kind of enjoy this here. The old school sounds too. Look how amazing that looks. I feel like there's supposed to be sounds there. This not busted, is it? Usually there's music too. We'll see if there is any more sound. The audio channel didn't fucking die, did it? Hold on, let me hit reset. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, there was no audio coming in. The audio fucking died. Uh-oh. No visual. Or was it a quick visual? Wait, the whole thing ate shit. Don't be like that. It might be a loose connection between the Sega and the CD. Or maybe even just a loose connection with the power. Alright, now it's spinning up. There we go. I think it's a hardware issue there. Yeah, just when I thought, yeah, exactly. I was like, let's kick back and watch a movie, you guys. And everything fucking died out. But I probably pulled a little bit of a plug or something. It lost some power.
But now we're gonna relax, have ourselves a good time back here. You know what I mean?
Fuck, this hurts my shoulder so bad being in this. Oh boy. Virgin Interactive. It's probably when I moved the controller. Gonna burp. There we go. I was like, where are the footstep sounds? Where everything? Yeah, there we go. I love you too, star. I'm so happy that I get to see you all. I've had a pretty crummy month. Good night, doll. Four, 5, 1, 1, 9, 3, 2. I see you drove here in your Ferrari today. Man, the sounds and everything too. This was such a huge upgrade to the older version that I had played, the SNES version specifically. Why? This is how I learned about the existence of particle acceleration and atom smashing. I was not aware of it before. I remember those old pull rip-off tabs to open up cans of beer, specifically back in the day. They stopped making those, though, because fucking sea turtles were eating them and shit. You'd be proud of me knowing what I was playing a bit earlier, I'm sure. Oh, what was you playing? What was it? This worked so much faster than the Super Nintendo version. It looks so cool. I'm just so tired of sitting forward. Did I have a PlayStation when I was a kid? My parents always got Nintendo consoles. Oh yeah, legit. There was a lot of I knew a good handful of friends that were like, so like even growing up, I actually was like racist against Sega. I was like, Sega's terrible. Nintendo is better, and that was the wrong way to be. I should have just loved all video games. But you was playing some PlayStation earlier? Fucking awesome. Discovering some PlayStation exclusives these last few years. Yes! Sony makes me angry as a company, but there's definitely a fantastic history of games that deserve to be played. Drakengard? The original one? So in that even so that's a PlayStation 2 that you're playing, right? So you mean this Drakengard? Right? Because PlayStation 2 is on Drakengard. Yes, it would be perfect. So you want to know what's funny is that I've only played a little bit of this game. I've only played through like the first few levels, and it was really great. And sadly, this is on the list of games to sell because I can emulate them. Right? We can emulate a lot of them, and I need rent more than I need to physically own this game. We can always, I guess, kind of get it later or whatever. But yes, that's why this one's sitting over here because it's on a pile of. A pile of games to sell. It's super fucking cool though, right? Like way cooler than I thought. At the beginning, running around, I was like, it's a little janky. We're cutting up some people, and a little bit or whatever. But then as you start to like learn a little bit more how the mechanics work, and then once you get on the dragon and the flying around and shooting shit on the dragon just feels so good, feels so natural. It's a super fucking fun game. And I hear it gets all sorts of fucked up in the music, and then you literally go crazy because of the music. So I actually really like the ridiculous music. Is that what gets you, Jim? It's just the constant over and over. So there's an artist. No, back. No, not pause. Okay, see, is accept. There's an artist that I like to listen to that makes some stuff that sounds very similar, who's named J.G. Thirlwell. And they did it like for the intro music. They did the intro music and a good handful of music for the Venture Brothers. There we go. I surely am safe from these worms. Huh. That was weird. I wonder. So it is pretty funny. But obviously the reason why that happens is because of like it's a crazy venomous worm or some shit, and now they're gonna eat them. Yeah, I had a huge backup gameplay last month that I played both of the Nier games. Fell in love. Absolutely, right? Literally. So when I played Nier Automata first, which was a little bit too unfortunate, but it actually worked out pretty good to a degree. Because going the other direction had its own different level of weirdness, like intenseness to it. But, Boom. Tumpak. Okay. Alright, where's Ren? Alright, that's jump. Good. So now I'm playing Drakengard. Fuck yes. Totally worth it. Kitty! Wow. That's how you jump over the worm if you leave one alone. Yeah, there is a little delay on the sound, which is fine. But it's because of the Bluetooth. Matsuba. Hey, any kind of these? Huh? We're cool. We're friends. Funny looking Odd World. Where's the fart button? Get him. That's not a jump. That's a prance. Yeah, pretty sure. It's a, I don't know, a jumpy wumpy. I don't know what to call it. It's a little silly. He's got a black eye. Look at him all fucked up. But yeah, they used vector point mapping. I think I'm saying it all wrong or whatever. In order to make this happen. I think this guy about to start saying some Anesta Wachenda at us and shit, and he's gonna be like, Anesta Wachenda, hey. He's gonna be like, hey. He pull out his gun because he's mad. There we go. He angry now. Wachenda, Anesta Wachenda. Matsuba. Bang. Alright, anyway. Reset doesn't work. We're gonna power off and power on. Maybe the reset button is busted. You wanna know what would be worth doing? Oh no, that delay isn't happening because of that. It's because I'm using Bluetooth. It's specifically the headphones connecting to the laptop via Bluetooth. Bluetooth always just has a shitty delay. So that's, I'm 100% sure that that's what the deal is there. We need to test that over again, but also, my goodness, this is such a mess. Don't break. Okay. I want to try out the Tasmania cartridge that I got here. I'm going to pop this in the regular thing. Maybe Sega CD should not pop up. It should go straight to the cartridge. Is that red? Oh. Maybe the cartridge is upset. Honesta Wachenda. Sorry about flashing lights and whatnot. Doesn't look like any spiders laid anything in there or whatever. Could just be a bad cartridge. We do got red. Corrode those contacts. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I don't believe in none of them motherfuckers. These things sure are old. But this is normally what I would do. This is the true magic trick. You want to know 100%? You want to know 100%? Look at me. Come here. You want to know 100% what to do? Like when you're blowing a Nintendo cartridge or whatever, everybody's like, don't do that, or you're going to get saliva on it. It's going to corrode the contacts. You want to know what the true thing is? You put it under your shirt like this, and you give it 3 puffs. I don't know what it is about that. But in my Nintendo days, that seems to be 100% the thing that would get my Nintendo games to work. But I don't think that's going to get the Tasmania game to work. Because it is indeed ridiculously old. There could be 1,000 reasons why that card isn't quite working. But also, to make sure... So when I put the card in, the CD drive does not engage. The Sega CD does not engage. So now that card is out, I'm going to... Well, I'm going to open up the thing too, whatever. Take this disc out. Oh no, because we do have to do that. I kind of visibly inspected the contacts. Everything is quite gray in there, but I need more light, and I don't have my reading glasses out here, so I can't really look at it close enough. All right, no, maybe it was me. Maybe I did fuck something up. Or is she? She's being testy now. I'm unplugging and plugging back in. Yeah, the slot itself could be dirty. I did look in the slot a little bit. It looks pretty good in there. I'm not seeing any easy visible debris. It actually looks pretty good. Very good inside of there. So that's good. Alright, the Sega CD is turning back on now. But we are not getting boot. The light is blinking. Could be the cables. Things are definitely weird. Alright, we're going to be very careful. Turn that bitch off. Put the cartridge back in. The stuff on the back of the cartridge shouldn't be an issue. Make sure it is properly secure. Power button. CD drive is not engaging. We get a black screen, which means something's happening. It's receiving some sort of signal, but we're not getting anything out of this. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Take the cartridge out. You know, though, it's not going back to blue. This might be a weird capture card issue. Oh, that reset button made a thing happen. Alright, so when you turn it on with nothing in there, actually it should be turning on with the Sega CD, but that's not fucking happening either. I wonder if something's making it really confused. This shouldn't be happening the way it's happening. When I put this in there, shit gets really weird. Turning it on with Tasmania in, screen turns dark, nothing happens. You want to know what? Let's turn it off. And this might be a bad idea, but let's disconnect it even from the Sega CD. We saw it blip blue for a second there, which means that it like received the signal and nothing's happening. Yeah, maybe I would rather keep this. If I sold this for a few $100s and the other people there that was getting real testy on them, they might get angry. Then again, anybody that's going to buy a Sega and a Sega CD for a few $100, they're probably going to be somebody like me. You know what I mean? They're going to be somebody who's interested in gaming and shit like that, and that they want to, you know, they know what they're getting into. They know what they're doing. This is still just with the Tasmania cart in. I should go get the other card. I only have one other card. I think I got a Sonic around here too, like the original Sonic that comes in the box, but I feel like this could use with a good cleaning. Alright. Plugging the device. We're sliding it back into the Sega CD. Take the card out. Press power. We have red lights. They're blinking correctly. Maybe I might have to hit reset or something, but the signal isn't quite showing up. Oh, I pressed the button and it... Oh! Reset actually worked. Too tight? Just adjusting. Nobody freak out. Where's my thing there? There we go. Alright, now let's go to the beginning of Heart of the Alien. This kind of contains some spoilers, but that's alright. You know what it's like, right, Mr. Wolf? Sometimes it gets all mixed up down there. It gets worse as you age. Don't forget that. Sure does. Wow. Wow. Look at that cool ass fucking dragon bird. The ending of the first game is kind of quick ending a little bit here and there. Essentially, your dude got his ass beat. Oh, what's up, girl? Your dude got his ass beat. Probably his back broken. He got all sorts of fucked up. And now he's dead. Elia, Elia. What? Elia, Elia. Ooh, the ground rumble-dee-wumble-deed. Yeah, laser whip. Dude, this is so fucking cool. God, I want Turner to see this so bad. And that's how he ended up at the beginning of the other game. Oh yeah, he was still alive there. He was just dying. So what's cool about this is that this is from the perspective of the alien. You normally don't get to see this perspective from the alien. Because you're the other guy during this is part of the first game. Ah, fuck! Ah, fuck! Ugh! Fucking thud. That was me! And then you gotta do a thing to help him get free from that part. Smash! Do, do, do. No password mean start from beginning. Oh, where'd you kill your puppy? Where'd you kill your puppy? And we're dead. Good job, everybody. Jump button. Oop. Man, I kind of don't even remember how to jump up there. This shit's kind of weird. Nope, no climbing up there. Oops, I hit start instead of C. And that might have tried to load. Yeah, that's how. That's how you get to the password screen. Oh, this is how these games fucking go, right? Alright, so I have to stop the moment that I get in there and hit up. Oop. Dead. Spikes. Pretty gruesome. Anyway. This game has been tested and works beautifully. I don't know why reset doesn't work with the Sega CD on. Oh, there we go. The reset button's a little finicky. Beautiful disc. Beautiful game. It's worth $1 billion. Please buy it for me for $1 billion. Gonna head to bed. Good night. It was great seeing you again, Evie Cookie. Please get some fantastic rest. I hope that you have the best rest and the best day tomorrow. Sleep sweet. Whee! I need like a good pile and a bad pile. I forgot to put in this cartridge. What the hell? Where is it getting that sound? Is that sound still in the RAM from the CD from that game? Cause I just put the Tasmanian cartridge in, and so it went black, but that music's still playing, and then it seems to be playing a sound from the fucking game. Reset. Reset, I said. I don't think it can do reset now. I think it's very upset. Now I can even kind of try and hear whatever it's trying to do. Yeah, no, this Tasmanian card is just fucked. You know what? I am going to go through the trouble of getting up and going and grabbing the other cartridge that I have. Another cartridge for a game called Gadget Twins, I think. May need to go through and just clean up all the contacts in this one, and it might work. Well, especially if that other game works. I'll be right back. Oh, my knees. Oh, my squeaky spooch. Bro, here's another cool thing that I just found on my desk that I kind of forgot that I owned. Let's get back to this full cam here. This came when you bought. These were like at GameStop. It's a music sampler CD for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This thing is old as fuck. It has an advert for Metal Gear Solid in the back, coming soon. Fucking wild. Disc is still in there. Absolutely fucking pristine. This might sell for a couple bucks. Might get a couple bucks for that. But we'll see. We'll see if they want to sell it. But yeah, here's another little game that I had here. Gadget Twins. My cousin Crystal used to love playing this game. It's definitely got like the same problem with the Tasmania is the cart. It's definitely got a lot of, maybe up here, like it shouldn't really matter so much, but it's got like heavy yellowing. Like it definitely looks a whole lot more yellow than it used to look green or whatever. It doesn't, the cart didn't really exactly used to look like that. But let's go ahead and pop this in. Hit power. But also, you want to know what? I feel like it might be an issue with the capture. I think I'm going to need to get some other... Man, but it shouldn't, because it's just like doing the same thing. Yeah, it's either that or something in the actual Sega CD is fucked. Let's go ahead and unplug and replug the Sega CD in. This video is still in there real good. Power on. Though it did go black just a moment before I even powered it on. Here, let's power it off. See if we get the blue screen again. Yeah, disable and enable capture. Yeah, let's go ahead and power it on. And deactivate. Activate. Yeah, it don't seem... Oh, I mean, we got a little flicker. That's interesting. It almost seems like something is kind of trying to come through. Nope. When I did power it off, though, we did go straight to the blue screen. So, it's working good. I feel like there's something else going on here. Could be an issue with the Sega itself, or maybe just the cartridge thing, or the video output, since the only way that we're getting any... The only way that we're getting any video... Oh, God. That was like thick spider webbing type thing is probably like spider exit or whatever. Oh, I see. That's kind of collapsed in on itself a little bit. That's not... This case has seen better days. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. I don't need your negativity. Yeah, we'll put those here. And then we'll get back to testing games. Now, this game is a game. This game's, it's worth a little bit. This is the original Lunar Silver Star Story on Sega CD. The case has seen better days, as you can see. But, well, you want to know what? The case has seen better days. It kind of fucked up the, it let a little too much dust and stuff in here to get to the manual. I'm fairly certain that this is my original owned one from like a billion years ago. This is like my original copy of Lunar the Silver Star Story. It's still got, the manual is still intact, everything like that. It's got the fucking registration card in there and shit. But to sell this one, even though this manual's kind of seen some better days, I'm pretty sure the disc is like probably perfect. I'm gonna take the front case off of one of the other ones that is worth way less, and then we're gonna put that case onto this one in order to make it pretty, and then we can sell it. Nobody wants a super fucked up case. I mean, I don't know. There might be some people out there. You never know. Takes all kinds. Oh, quite the pristine disc. You can see the thing up there. Let's try and get some. Not a scratch, not a blemish. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Power on. Power on. So Sega CDs being extra finicky. Maybe unplug, replug that, everything in there. I think it's like a weird power issue kind of that happens. We got red light. And it shit itself again. Come on, dude. Power on. There we go. That was me. I pressed the button, I'm sorry. I know the exact spot that it stops when you let it load automatically before instead of hitting start. Now let's watch this sweet anime opening. It works real good. Did I even have RAM space? What other shit is fucking on here? Yeah, whatever, dude. I'd like hold start to begin. Oh yeah, I think you had to wait. For this one, it didn't immediately show it. You had to wait. There we go. When all the land is peaceful and there is no river to us at last, there comes a time for love, two hearts colliding to one dream. But there are winds foreboding, and there is a dark storm that soon will pass. Kiss me, my love, and go. The time for valor has returned again. On through the night, keep marching on, fighting through the darkness. All is evil, till we must press on. Yeah, you get it. Take heed. Cutscenes is one of the most important thing in the world of the Sega CD, so we gotta sit through the cutscenes. We gotta make sure that some of the most important videos work before we send them off, right? Come back to me. That enslaves us, yet we are not done racing toward the climax of the battle to return to love. Boom, boom. I think the space that I would have to make for the RAM or for the save games or whatever, I think I have to do that in the other thing or whatever. Start. Yeah, we jamming. It's a classic, Maddie knows. North of the village of Berg lies a memorial to a valiant warrior. He arose during a time of trial and saved the world. That hero, called Dyne, was a dragon master. That me, I'm the dragon master. I love dragons. I never kill them. Dragon Master Dyne was born in this sleepy village of Berg, and it is here that a young boy named Alex visits the memorial to his fallen hero every day. Alex, oh Alex. There you are, Alex. I've played this game like thousands of times.
Listen, I know you really look up to Dragon Master Dyne, but this is ridiculous. If Dyne were still alive today, I'm sure he'd tell you to stop dreaming about his exciting quest, get off your butt, and set out on your own fantastic adventures. I know you have the courage to be a great hero, just like Dyne. So what's holding you back?
Alex, didn't you promise Luna that you'd practice singing with her today? Then Ramus gonna come up and Ramus gonna be like, what the fuck? Ramus gonna be like, hi, I'm fat. And then Working Design is like, yup, we make fun of fat people. Hi Alex, I've been looking all over for you. Guess what I heard, blah blah blah, dragons, things like that. Everything seems to be functioning properly. I think that we can say that this is thoroughly tested. I always fucking hated the D-pads on Sega Genesis. It was one of the biggest shortcomings in Sega Genesis, just in general. Having one like squishy thing that can just roll around all over the place really just made sure that you were not accurate in your button presses. That's what you can press the whole. Yeah, exactly. You all get me. You all get me. Brr. Normally we used to be able to just reset that shit. There's like a drought, so there's gonna be a little more cleaning we're gonna have to do on this before we get this one out the way, before we sell that one. Alright, that one's on the good pile. Next one, Jurassic Park. Ain't much else needs to be said about this. Complete inbox. Get our Sega CD Jurassic Park. This game essentially was like a point and click adventure, and it was super fucking cool. Power on. Dun, dun. Checking disc. Press the start button. Oh, fuck. Big dinos, bites. Yes, that's what they do. The big dinos, they make bites. Press the start button. Rawr. Play without being able to save. Start game. You're heading to Jurassic Park. Your mission? Find the eggs of 7 species of dinosaur. Take the eggs to the visitor center and put them in the incubator. Work fast. You only have 12 hours. You survived the crash, but your life is still in danger. Why there always a crash? Just fucking music. Yeah, this game played a little bit like Myst. Loading. Please wait. Ooh, we get to learn about the Prakamakapastamalasa about this.
Compy is one of the old-time smallest dinosaurs, about the size of a coyote, 10 pounds. Fossil footprints show that Compys traveled in big packs, up to a dozen or more. Compys were as fast as coyotes, maybe 30 miles an hour. They had very sinuous bodies. They loved to move in underbrush. Compys had sharp claws, long toes. They could climb trees real well. Pack hunters usually nest in groups, so did Compys, and they would defend their nest in groups too.
And now we learned everything about the Pacampacamanabatamasaurus. Good job, everybody. Where's the back button? How do I get the fuck out of here? Ah, like that. Means it's okay to look inside of their little place, right? Oh, look, we got a little thing here. That seemed important. It's the white key. Alright, we've tested this game. It works. Good job, everybody. The reset button needs to be hit a little harder, whatever. I don't think that this Jurassic Park game goes for too much. It does have one small crack in the front here, so I'm not sure if this will be the case that I use for it or not, for Lunar. Here we go. This one's a favorite of mine. I'll be real sad to get rid of this one. I haven't exactly looked at the prices yet. This one's little fragile on the edges, but this is Dark Wizard. It's a tactics game, super fucking cool, handful of different characters to play. It's a ton of fun. It's one of those types of tactics games though, which let me tell you, you're like, oh, I just played the first one, complete in box, $25. Man, I think I'll keep it. I'm pretty sure I can get something else that is out for $25. Definitely mint too. This shit looks so good. It's just absolutely flawless. It's beautiful. Now it's destroyed. Dun, dun. Oh, Jurassic Park is $25, but this is $80. Oh shit. Alright, seems to have loaded up very good. It's probably going to give me another error about RAM. It'll be like, you ain't going to be able to save this game. Oh, maybe not. Kenji Terada, Games Hub. Oh, why is that a familiar name?
These are the golden lands of Cheshire. Lands which were secure and prosperous.
And some very Record of Lodos type of shit.
Brilliant warmth of lightness and the elusive mystical darkness. There were beautiful valleys of rich soil. There were castles of great strength and charm. And the people of Cheshire were very happy. Sabrina, the goddess of daylight, and Arliman, the dark god of night, both gave life to this land, ruled by the great and good King Rashan. King Rashan dictated that the people of Cheshire would be heard by the rulers of many individual kingdoms, and all was well within the wondrous mountains and the lovely sea. The king's high priest, Zahar, was charged with the task of administering this peace, to fulfill the people's dreams of freedom, to encourage celebration of the beautiful sunlight that ruled each day. Yet Zahar had plans of his own. You see, Zahar knew of the jealousy of the Dark Arliman towards Sabrina and her beautiful light, and thus Zahar prepared an evil plan to pit the two gods against each other. The High Priest's wicked plan to rule the lands of Cheshire had begun by his summoning the powers of darkness and giving life to Arliman through the use of an ancient and forbidden spell.
Ooh.
Sabrina, aware of the sudden change in the peaceful balance of the universe, knew that as the goddess of light, she must act quickly to prevent the lands from being consumed in total darkness, as evil would surely reign.
300 years ago.
Daily chores of tending shop, working the fields, fishing the seas, and the kingdom leaders continued to assist the people in their pursuits of peace and security under the aging yet great King Rashan. Many wondered who would one day be heir to the king's throne, in that the king had no queen and therefore no children. Yet the many kingdoms of Cheshire did not worry, because they were unaware of the universal battle brewing in the heavens above. Meanwhile, Zahar had implemented the forbidden spell that gave human form and eternal life to Arliman. Zahar and the dark lord of the blackened skies prepared to cover the golden lands of Cheshire in eternal darkness by eliminating his rival, the enlightened goddess of light, Sabrina. Sabrina, having powers as equal to that of Arliman, prepared for the coming battle. She had enlisted two great leaders of the land and gave great powers to each one of them. One of these leaders was a wise and beautiful warrior named Armor, and the second was a strong and cunning young warrior named Leanne. Soon the battle between the goodness of light and the evil darkness became fierce, during which the goddess Sabrina discovered who was responsible for this terrible uprising. Sabrina guided the beautiful armor to do battle with and kill the evil Sahak, while Vianne was directed to enlist the powers of the king's most trusted Grand Wizard, Gilliam. Gilliam, being a Grand Wizard, developed a powerful spell to entrap the evil Arliman. He imprisoned the now eternal Dark Monster. Vianne had disappeared while assisting Gilliam atop a fearsome dragon, while aiding Gilliam in the capture of Arliman. The 10,000-day war had ended, and Armor I, the beautiful warrior, was appointed ruler to act as both king and queen to all of Cheshire, successor to the great King Rashan, who was killed in the terrible war. Soon harmony was once again restored, and the people celebrated. Peace, the good teachings of Rashan, and the blessed goodness of light have ruled this land under the great armors for some 300 years now. But suddenly, from out of nowhere, the nightmare of those turbulent years is once again about to return.
Oh
To
no!
unfold unto an entirely new, unsuspecting generation.
Bow, 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 bow. Cutscene worked beautifully. Da-na-na. And these are the 4 different characters that you can play. Loading. Please wait. Amr the Ninth, Robin, Amon, and Kuristaru. I think those are the only 4. Yeah. I usually always like to play Amon. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Looks like you've brought me luck again, old pal. A vampire hunter, eh?
Yes, you are familiar with them. The work is dangerous. However, if your majesty wishes, I know of one with tremendous power.
Yes, I have heard that in addition to the harm caused by Delmiz's army, he has brought to light deadly vampires cloaked as friends to fool us. Thank you for the help, sir.
It is nothing. I shall summon him at once, if your majesty wishes.
Vampires. It appears that they have increased in numbers thanks to the Dark Wizard Villain's.
He said the name! He said the name of the game! Dark Wizard, he said it!
Eloise, come back to me. He is nothing.
Who is it?
Have no fear. I, the Dark Puppet Master, shall defeat Meloise instead of you. After all, Meloise is inhuman. Even if his power is equal to that of Panama, it is I, a vampire, who is the rightful ruler of eternal darkness.
Ooh. He's taken form of this king. Oh no. Sometimes load times take a little bit. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, everything has been working so good. Say your prayers, you senile old fool. I'll crush a pathetic rabble. Watch who you call senile old fool. Oh, watch who you call senile old fool. I still have the wit to send you to hell. Ta-da! And this how the thing is, whatever you select the dude in the middle. And then you can do, well, actually, I'm kind of having trouble seeing because there's some shit on screen. End your turn, delete map, file, options, or whatever. Oh, here we go. Magic. Oh no, it just permanently cycles. Oh, I forgot. You have to, when you press the button for things nearby, hire or summon, and we can summon, if we have enough power or whatever, we can summon a dragon pup. Oh yeah, I forgot, and you can also name them. So obviously, this puppet got to be named Woofles. It's hard to see from this far away. Good little heart and the name. Woofles the dragon pup. See, I told you I love dragons. Name Woofles. Undead. Boom, boom. But now he's not moving. You see how he's not moving? That means his turn is done. And let's I don't know. Yeah, did they wonder at all? Hardest part of doing this stuff is resisting the urge to keep playing the game? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Are none of these guys, like, you know, worried that that this king who's just hanging out, you know, just all of a sudden is summoning skeletons and dragons and shit? Like, didn't they... Nobody worried about that? Oh, I think I can rest because he's at the castle. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Da-na-na. The music in this game is super cool. This game is just fucking awesome. But definitely one of the biggest problems with games like this is they take a billion years. You know, when we were kids, that wasn't so hard. That wasn't so much of a big deal. Reset. Work. The reset button on this baby definitely fucked up. So yeah, Dark Wizard working real good. I wish I could just kind of buy some new jeweled cases for this or whatever, but the number one thing to happen on these fucking cases is the top of these tabs. I didn't even look at it. The top of these tabs is pop off. Just what it's supposed to look like. And you see it's already damaged, it's threatening to pop off. And this is what it is. It's oblong shape, and how thin it is. It's just so thin and fragile. Fragile. Must be Italian. Perfectly proceed. Yes. Next one up is Vi. This one is another Working Designs game. Super cool. You're gonna love the intro for this shit. The music was badass. It had like some simple auto battling that was labeled as AI in here and stuff like that. It was a game that you could play through the entire game, and if you get too far to the end and you're not prepared enough, you're soft locked. You're fucked. You just can't beat the game. I don't even think that you can go around and keep doing like grinding or anything like that in order to continue. Disc. Fucking proceed. Down. This one has a small blemish up at the top here. Small crack, which is a bit too bad. But other than that, the hinges are alright and shit. Man, the other hard part is all of a sudden, like, want all of a sudden go back and be like, you know what, maybe I don't want to sell these. Maybe we're not doing that. But unless a massive amount of money fucking falls on me from somewhere, I gotta do this.
Long ago, in a forgotten corner of the universe, a fierce...
In a forgotten corner of the universe, a
fierce battle was fought using mechanized technology so destructive they laid waste to an entire solar system.
A lone mechanized warrior, its guidance systems damaged and pilot dead, shot away from the turbulent battle space.
Destination unknown.
Super cool.
After untold ages, the Berserker entered the space of a planet abundant with unsuspecting life and ignorant of technology. Programmed only for death, the machine set about destroying everything in its path. It took the combined resources of the 5 mightiest wizards to divide and seal the power of the fearsome weapon. The damage inflicted on this small world was great, and many details of the assault were lost. However, even after a millennium had passed, people still spoke in awe as they recounted the legend of the armor and the 5 magicians of Vi.
Super fucking cool. But like, yeah, simply the story is, I mean, what's cool is magic exists, apparently, right? And then all of a sudden, you're just hanging out, this fucking robot falls from the sky and starts murdering everybody. And then it took the power. I love stuff that generally mixes like sci-fi and fantasy. I love sci-fi fantasy type shit. And this game definitely works on a lot of that. Though this game generally is like way more sci-fi for a whole lot of stuff. Or actually, I think it was about to say, it's more magic than anything, right? Like technology of that world did not exist on that world. But yeah, this song is fucking awesome. But let's go ahead and get this started. We have another little movie to watch.
The day of Prince Sandor's wedding to Lady Alyn had finally arrived.
I do so promise.
Dignitaries from all parts of the 4 kingdoms flocked to the royal event, for the young prince promised to be an important leader. But
As the ceremony advanced, an insidious plot was unfolding.
I do so promise. And do you, lady?
I do so promise.
Elaine! So my dad, this came out in the 90s. My dad died when I was 10 in 1990. And this came out, and in the beginning part here, you get to, like, you know, you have your, like, father's dying words or whatever. It hit especially hard for me as a young kid whose dad had just died. Anything that was in there, it fucking hurt. Prince, sire, wake up, my head. Where am I? Siren, we're under attack. No, wait, it's quiet. Elin, where's Elin? Later, my young prince. We've other matters to attend to first. The king and queen were seriously hurt. What, father? Mother? No. I'm sorry. Then he runs out. God, the music is so good. Highness, your mother, the queen, is no more. Oh, how pitiful she looks. And father, oh father, there truly is no dignity in death. What game? It's called Vi. V-A-Y. Which is funny because in Japanese it's probably called Bai. Bai. Vi. V's usually are B sounds for the most part. You've come, son. Come near me while my soul yet remains. Father, you're still alive. Just lie still. I'll fetch the physicians. No, my vision grows dim even as we speak. Please listen carefully. Whenever trouble threatened the land, the monarchy has always turned to the sage Otto the Wise for advice and guidance. Now more than ever, we need his insight and knowledge. Seek out Otto. Cough hack. He will know the way to save the kingdom. Father, no! Goodbye, my son. Turn to your duty now. I know you will not fail. Go, Father! Typical. Prince Xandor, I mourn with you. Who did this? The enemy. Who is the enemy? It was the notorious filth from Danik, my liege. Who comes? A loyal soldier of the garrison, Majesty. Soldier, report on this disposition of the enemy. After they succeeded in abducting Elin, they made a retreat. But by then, our battlements were decimated. Sir, the carnage is beyond description. The Iron Giants were invincible. They're armed with cannons and strange weapons of fire. The filthy dogs. They shall pay dearly. How, my liege? Are we to defend against such power? I'm sure Otto the Wise holds the answer, my prince. But where can he be found? Like most magicians, he prefers the quiet of a cave or keep. I've heard that he's been seen near Poth Cave. Poth Cave, yes. That's the old mine of the south, right? Then I shall leave at once. I'll track down the savages who stole Elin from me, and I will avenge the murder of my parents. I like how it looks like you're looking at the viewers would tell them to say, oh, nice, yeah. And it's especially because there's barely any difference between like where the camera is on the laptop and where I'm actually reading. So that's pretty legit. When I'm in my room, since the thing is so fucking gigantic, like to look at the viewers, I gotta look up, right? Or die trying. It's got a good run button, this game. It's got a good run button. I was very appreciative of this. I almost thought it was a little wacky how fast I could run. But you definitely appreciate it later. I forgot what pickup is too. Is it A? Is it troublesome? I know that there's a secret somewhere around here and you can get some early stuff. It might be here. Or was it in a wall? So back in this day, Final Fantasy especially was notorious for putting secrets just in the blackness off of the edge of the screen. And I know that there's something here. I just don't remember where it is. Escol! Coming in with that raid. What up, Escol? How are you doing? Thanks for coming in to come and hang out. Fuck, I could have sworn. Hold on, we gotta check all these things up here. I could have sworn that there definitely was a place you could walk into. The up button seems to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Before visiting Puff, make sure you're well equipped. Stop at Jeffel for rested supplies. Oh, you know what? I think it was in the side of this area. I wasn't checking the walls out here. There it is. See? I knew. Yes, we come to the vault. And you get a longsword, 1500G, and a phoenix heart. The longsword alone is really fantastic thing to equip. You have a short sword, it's alright. What's attack? 11? The attack goes up by 10. That's fucking nuts. So it gives you a huge boost in being able to come out here. I don't think that there was anything else, and I kind of don't care either. But we're just gonna go out, do a couple of fights. This game is as good as tested already. The cutscenes work really good. The game functions. There's a lot of other shit to look at, but we're not gonna fuck around. Though also, I do want to point out that I love how this shit looks. Like, you know, that these gargantuous doors were just absolutely fucking decimated in the way that they're bent in. The metal's all bent in and shit. God, it looks so fucking cool. Yeah, there's more shit to explore there or whatever, but I feel like I've been wanting to do a playthrough of this game again for a while, because the last time I beat it, I'm pretty sure I was in my 20s. And now I'm way older and way smarter. What's up, Esco? Thank you so much for the raid. It's good to see you again. How you doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. Dead bodies and blood spatters. Yeah, this game was fucking amazing. Still is fucking amazing. One of the greats on there. But, you know, for some fucking reason, it doesn't get as much of a good rap. Yeah, no problem. No problem. It doesn't get as much hype as, like, Lunar does. But it's easily one of the greatest RPGs that was on Sega CD, flat out. Lunar, though, above and beyond whatever. Smarter, he says. What up, Gangrel? It's good to see you. But check this out. So the music also is super cool. You can also still run it over. Listen to this fucking song, dude. It's fucking hype as fuck. We fight the slugwort. And now, if you have the short sword, you can't kill them that easily. You can't. But definitely finding the vault and getting in there, getting the short sword, being able to come over here and wreck them. Oh shit, we were ambushed. This dude too? Oh, he's not the fleet. He's just a regular one. There's like a metal slime version-ish of those types of things. They're very rare, and they generally just run. But this game was one of the first games that I had played. It was an RPG that had come out around the time that had that quote-unquote AI option. One of the first ones that I had ever really seen. And this generally is just to, like, you know, auto battle or whatever. But all it really does is it just spams attack for you. I don't think that there is anything else that you could do in order to adjust it. Or maybe I never found it. But, like, you know, the fact of the matter is that when you're running around out here and you're doing these types of battles, especially if there was a lot going on, you know, really just being able to press, like, one button and then have the battle, have them smack each other like crazy. Oh shit, it's AI! I was waiting for you to say something like that, yeah. It's AI, but it's not generative AI. You know what I mean? It's different, okay? It's different. Ooh, I got a second attack. Oh, because I had advantage when I came in. But yeah, this game, super cool. You should buy it from me for $50,000. That's how much it's worth. Alright. That was fun and all, right? But we gotta get to testing our next game. We got 2 more to go. And then the next thing that I gotta do... The hinges are good on this one. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the little foam insert that these things normally have, which makes me a little upset. I gotta find out how much Vi is worth and see if maybe I'd flip it off of this one. This here, probably the most expensive game that I own, and essentially kind of the crown jewel. Lunar, the Eternal Blue. The sequel to the first Lunar, made by Working Designs. I don't know where it says Works. It says it on the back. That's what Working Designs. Made by Working Designs. Working Designs was notorious for releasing their shit way too late, right? You know, they would work on their games. They showed them a lot of love. Is all. They gave their games a whole lot of love. But this was the, as far as I remember, this was the final game to be released on Sega CD, and it was released a good while after Sega CDs weren't even being sold anymore. So like, all of a sudden we're seeing this in store and we're like, Sega CD? New game for Sega CD? Weird. And I'd always wanted it, but I never was able to really buy it, and it was a pain in the ass, so a handful of years ago I bought it for a pretty large sum of money. I think it's worth a little bit more. I think the upwards amount that some people have paid for this, and this is complete in box and like absolutely pristine and everything. It's even got the little foam insert inside. The manual's absolutely amazing. I think that I've seen when I was just kind of peeking around, and I'm pretty sure I saw somebody pay like $500 for this. I paid like 200 something when I got this. Absolutely fucking pristine disc. I'm not doing a good job of catching the light on it. That's probably pretty good rendition of it. Not only that, Working Designs were well known for changing the Western release. Oh yeah, for the worse. Yeah, XP Gold Game, which made them a lot grindier. Yeah. And then you dropped it. Yeah, I know, right? I drop it, it's all fucking over. So yeah, this could be sold for $500. At least I hope so. Right? There was another collector's edition that I sold, the Fire Emblem Fates collector's edition. I sold for like $420 or something like that. So, you know, it is what it is. All right, let us watch the beginning of this. It's in absolutely pristine condition. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah. Now this game I've only beaten once, and it was this copy of this game a while back. I used an emulator to do it, but I did use the physical disc. I had a portable disc drive. Oh, that's something else that I gotta find from inside my closet, because that's a way that I could have tested this stuff in the first place. If I just had the portable disc drive out, I could have used the emulator in order to make that happen. Standing silently in space, the world in the shadow of the blue star was once a lonely, barren place, unfit for habitation. However, Althena took pity on that world and transformed it into a place of beauty and wonder. She called the new world Lunar. Time and circumstance soon forced Althena to populate Lunar with people from the Blue Star, and just as on the Blue Star, life was held in a delicate balance. Through times of peace, war, chaos, and battle, the Blue Star loomed large as the only constant in the New World. Thousands of years passed, burying the origin and purpose of the Blue Star in the sands of time. Eventually, the inhabitants of Lunar forgot why the Blue Star was there, or how it came to be. So you're selling your retro collection for cookies and nose beers? Fuck, I wish. Nope, it's all for rent. Should get the ROMs to these. That way, you still have a copy with it. Yeah, I actually do have them all downloaded on a hard drive that's broken. But yeah, it's easy to get and play these games, so that's fine. But like, they just mean a lot to me. Until a girl awoken that could join the two worlds or tear them apart forever. Thankfully, there's Lunar 2 Remastered Collection you can get for PC. I forget if it's based on Mega CD or PS version. It's based on the PS version. Also, I don't know if the sequel was available. Did they do both games remastered? I might own them both, but I don't remember. Yeah, because they were both in the same thing, right? Oh wait, we have to hit the button. Yeah, but it's based off of the PlayStation version. Of which we have both of the PlayStation versions right here. Of also which we are going to test and then sell. Both complete in box. Both horribly heartbreaking that I have to get rid of. But I'm not selling my Rock'em Sock'em Galleon. That's mine. Put that in my fucking grave. Burn it with me. I think I have my Lunar 2 remastered things. I think I have them on my PlayStation. Time to lay back. Just hang out for a second here with my fat self. This gonna be bloody. This thing looks super fucking cool though. This is gnarly what happens here. So they dig in. It's fucking awesome. An original epic adventure game by Game Arts Studio Alex. Man, I'm gonna have to take me a lot of ibuprofen before I go to sleep. My arm is fucked. Ah, fuck.
This is not the time for my awakening. Something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, show it again. They were like, this animation was so good.
Oh no, Lunar.
We gotta show it twice.
Did you say something, Ruby?
Oh, great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
But...
Hurry up and get the dragon's eye. The timer's almost run out on the trap.
Trap? What trap?
What trap? Ugh.
Whoa! This trap!
Why didn't you tell me about that earlier?
I did, but you were too wrapped up in getting the jewel to listen.
Oh yeah, the jewel. Hold on, I've almost got it.
Hurry, hero.
Oh, there, I got it.
What's that rumbling?
Oh no, the exit's closing.
Let's get out of here!
He's gonna die. It's garbage, but it's nostalgia.
I'm okay, Ruby. It's
I think they had a lot of the same VOs
Okay, that's it.
working on this.
No more
from the first one.
We always end up getting in some sort of trouble.
Shh, Ruby. Listen.
What?
Whoa!
Let's get out of here. Well, looks like you've caught us in another messy situation. Oh, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Hero. And the flying cat is named Ruby. She says she's actually a baby red dragon, but I don't know if I quite believe her. She doesn't care though. We've been friends for what seems like forever. My grandfather Gwyn is an archaeologist who taught us how to explore ancient ruins like this. Well, not exactly like this. Grandpa'd have a coronary if he saw me in this kind of danger, but you get the idea. I think it's so cool that these dungeons and ruins that time forgot can be found and explored by someone like me. This world is full of wonderful legends. The Blue Star, from which our ancestors supposedly came. Tales of dragons and heroic dragon masters. A magic city that flew in the sky. And the goddess of love and beauty, Althena. All those legends and places have to be true. I believe them more with every step I take in places like this. The world I live in today is the result of things that happened long ago.
It's good, it's working.
Someday, I'll gather enough information from ruins like these to prove that, and maybe even get to see the goddess Althena.
Was because I wrote one line of code.
Boston, move! I think we lost him!
Yesterday.
Whoa!
Okay.
And I learned a lot in that time. And apparently, force casting, which sounds like, force casting a string is different than converting a string into a series of bytes. Being like, you are a series of bytes. You go, okay. And that's not the same thing as being like, hey, could you give me a byte representation of yourself? Those are totally different things, and passwords were not working. You could not log in.
Interesting.
You could make an account, you could try to log in, and sessions would work if you could log in, but you couldn't log in because no passwords would work. And it turns out that your password is a string, which is the entirety, I guess, of a array structure of a string. I don't know what the other shit is in there, but apparently it's not the same thing as the bytes in the string. Anyway.
Okay. That's a very interesting thing to learn.
Now I'm really curious. Wait, what's the difference?
Yeah.
What's in there?
One is
What are you
meaner
hiding?
than the other, I guess.
Oh,
I'm hitting the same button for the same thing.
I had to actually, I'm looking at the code, and now the code is, this big. It's all, error handling, right? And all, logging, failed login, failed login. This is all the different ways that login can fail, which it turns out is still a lot. Lots of different places you can fuck up logging in. I've hand-rolled login from scratch before, but it's been, 20 years. And it wasn't in a typed compiled language. It's a very different experience.
But it moves without wind or
Hey, you!
Yeah, so all the different ways of failing, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is like
What are you doing in this area?
How am I going to find where the bug is? I know it's a tiny bug, but I don't know where it is. So I ended up just re-implementing it. I copied and pasted just the lines that had to do with the password.
Okay.
Hello?
So you're able to really narrow it, that you make it digestible. Yeah.
Scattered along there. And I was like, wait, this code looks
My
different
name
than
is
that
Hero,
code. I've done
and
something
this is
different
Ruby.
here.
Identify yourself.
That's probably fine, right? And then I ran it, and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, literally 3 lines of code. The bug is right here. And then,
The bug lives here. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and doing a type conversion instead of a type.
I am White Knight Leo, leader of Althena's guard. And this is the dragon ship Destiny. Now then, listen up.
The word I used earlier.
You kids need to evacuate this area.
Forced?
A confrontation is about
casting.
to take place.
Yeah, but
I don't want to see any civilians accidentally caught in the middle of this thing. Return to your home immediately. Move it!
Okay.
But learning new programming languages is wild.
It is kind of because it's also interesting because you know other programming languages, right? So you have it's kind of the thing that sucks when you're learning something new and you have an idea of what it already works, then you have to kind of force yourself to unlearn some things.
Yeah, you have to empty your cup.
Yeah.
That is kind of the way it is sometimes. There's a lot of things I can be like, this is a Unix system, I know this.
Yeah.
Other times it's like, oh, wait, That's not what I...
It's weirder to
Maybe
think,
I
yeah.
don't know this.
I really just, yeah, I have to stop the other
Oh
stuff.
shit, there's a raptor at the door.
There's a raptor at the door. I'm not familiar with that. Alright, this game looks like it's working good. I really wish that I could show you. We should, at some point, we should take some time so that you could play Heart of the Alien.
You know, you can plug the TV into the laptop.
Oh yeah, that would work good too.
That just occurred to me. I didn't think of that before. I don't know why.
That's output. You could easily done it. Well, that means that means that we have like 7 different things to jump through in order to get it to the TV. But then it's fucking there, and then you'll get to play Heart of the Alien. It'll be so good. You can see it because I'd forgotten how cool the beginning of the Heart of the Alien is because it starts off.
Is it part of the series or is it its own thing?
It's definitely part of the series. It's literally a continuation of the first game.
Of which game?
Out of This World. Another World. The Vector game.
Really?
Yes.
Everyone says it's trash.
Well, they must not like Out of This World. They're just mad.
I like the idea of the game. The idea, but like actually playing it, nightmare. Like whenever I was a kid, it was like, wow, this is super cool. Oh look, the first snake killed me.
Yeah.
Oh look, the first snake killed me. I got past the first snake.
That's how those games are. That's part of the fun. It's part of the fun of the game. That's exactly what Evie Cookie was saying. Evie Cookie was like, when I was a kid, my friend and I were playing this at their house or whatever, and we just were doing nothing but laughing our asses off at how easy dude dies from every little worm cuts his knee and then he dies. And they were like, we thought it was so hilarious. But that's exactly how those types of games work, right? Like originating from Prince of Persia, it's all about like.
If I'm ever in a comfortable place in my life again, which hasn't happened in like over a decade, if that ever happens again, I might want to be like, you know what? Let's play games on hard mode again.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll go back and I'll actually like go play Out of This World all the way through and all that other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, because the alternative is it makes a very short YouTube video. You know, you probably just like find and like watch the story of it, watch the action of it go by.
I watched you play it.
Yeah, you did. I can't do that as much with the second one. The second one is indeed a nightmare. What everybody's saying, it's true. Whatever they're saying is true. It's definitely more janky. But one of the other problems is that this fucking D-pad is a piece of shit. Right? This D-pad is just on a big wobbly
I have no
fun
desire to play
rocker
it on the
thing.
original hardware.
Yeah.
Which that isn't even the original hardware. I don't even know what the original platform was.
Well, for Heart of the Alien, this is Heart of the Alien. I don't think. Oh, did it come out? I don't even think Heart of the Alien came out on Amiga. I think it only came out on Sega CD. Well, I gotta Google this up right now.
I don't. Well, it's built on the same engine, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like the exact same thing.
Because like that's the reason. Like I liked the game anyway, but then learning about the engine was the thing that made me like kind of obsessed with the idea.
Fall in love with it. Yeah, came out. Oh, what's funny is this is the month of the anniversary. It came out in July 1994, only on Sega CD. Like this is literally the only way that you can play the game is on Sega CD. It's on nothing else.
Well, I mean, it comes with the GOG version of the world.
Does it? But it's a Sega CD version. So, but yeah, that's fucking gnarly.
Well, I mean, the
we have a few dollars
that
I might buy that.
It's also kind of the Sega CD version because it's got the background.
Well, yeah, it has to. But I mean, because that's the other thing is that Another World also is packaged in with Heart of the Alien, so you can play them both back to back.
Yeah.
So like when you play through the first game and you get to the ending and that end is done and you watch the fly away, you see the end. It just immediately starts Heart of the Alien. It just moves straight into it.
A playthrough of Heart of the Alien.
Wouldn't surprise me. A lot of people barely even know the damn thing exists.
I know that it exists, and I keep forgetting it exists.
It's super cool, but
we talked about it a lot. I mean,
because it's all about the alien. So too, like when it starts up, you get to see the alien thing, and then it shows it actually shows the alien's point of view of like where he was while you were doing shit as the adventurer in the beginning, and that's just in the intro. So like it just shows you all that stuff, and then it puts you into like the regular game. So, but it was super cool. That's the thing that made me really excited. I was like, fuck, I wish Turner was watching. Is the fact that like. As a kid, for the many years that I was a big fan of Another World, when Heart of the Alien came out and I got to play that, then it's like, oh, we finally get to see where the fuck he was and what he was doing. And yeah, I don't know, that's just a super cool thing all by itself. But the game is especially the weird last fight thing that they have to do with the timings.
Whenever we were sitting and playing Another World before?
No.
We were offline for all that.
I think so, yeah.
Oh. Well, if chat's curious, I'll talk about the entire behind it.
Nice. Absolutely.
That's
I mean, the
something
chat
I
doesn't
want.
even have to be curious. They're just gonna get it.
I can retain myself sometimes.
No. This is the internet. It's all for posterity, and it's very important. It's
Well,
going in a whole YouTube video.
I have published notes about it. Right?
Perfect.
The whole thing is that it's a virtual machine. It's basically like an imaginary computer, and that's what the game is actually programmed for. It's not programmed for the Sega or for the Amiga or any of that. It's programmed for its own little imaginary computer, which mainly does draws lines, draws vectors.
Yeah, it's just all vector.
And filling that in, but there's also the ability to do blitting, which is essentially combining the vectors with rasters, with normal images, which is one of the things that the Sega CD does here a lot of, and this is why it's this is essentially the definitive version of the game is a Sega CD version, because this was the first time they had a fucking CD they could put everything on.
Oh yeah.
And so they could actually include all these high-res backgrounds in combination with the beautiful vector gradients and everything.
And it looks so good.
Yeah, the game still looks cool. It still looks good. Whenever, I don't even know when it came out. Early...
The original one?
God,
I think on the Amiga?
Had to be late 80s?
Here, let's click Another World here. Whoa, US Gold. Delphine Software, US Gold, Interplay. 1991.
91?
Yeah. Designer, programmer, platform, Amiga, and the Atari ST were the original platforms that were made. That's fucking bonkers.
So the thing that's really wild about it is that a lot of games are ported, and basically whenever you're talking about a game being ported, it's like, alright, we have to sit there and figure out how to compile it for this other machine.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was written in assembly, then it's this whole nightmare of rebuilding it on assembly in one and to another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's helpful if they're the same architecture, writing for the SNES or going from the NES to one of the an Atari ST, stuff like that. If I'm remembering correctly, they're all the same CPU.
Mm-hmm.
The Apple IIe, all those sort of things. 6502. I talked about 6502 a lot.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about them. That's why they're if the one was on one, you could get that game on another thing. Maybe the audio wouldn't be as good, or the graphic wouldn't be quite as good because they have different other hardware, but the CPU is the same. When the CPU is different, the things become a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because
as we found out with the cell processor, I mean, we knew well before,
right,
but
exactly.
The major one was the cell processor of the PS3, because they still didn't even have that shit running on any of their future hardware. It's all streamed.
So that was the thing. Whenever Another World came out, there were a lot of different competing architectures, and so whenever Delphine Software decided to make this game, they made it on their imaginary computer instead. And
so then at that point, it doesn't
ports,
really matter. They don't have to port so much because it's already in a container.
Right. So they basically have all of their code, and that code doesn't need to change. All they have to do is implement their tiny little computer, their fake computer.
Mm-hmm.
And so almost if you read about how the history of it, very few of them were actually ported. They just it's only a handful of primitives, just put them all together, and and basically people just make their own as a hobby.
And set it up and map these buttons to these buttons, or whatever,
Yeah.
there's a few things here and there.
And just by making it on that VM, 99% of your game doesn't have to change, even though you're porting it to wildly different hardware, whether it be 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, or 64-bit.
Yeah, no, because when it came to the Super Nintendo, one of the reasons why I purchased it on the Super Nintendo immediately is because I looked at the back of the box and I saw the graphics and the cutscene type stuff, and I was like, this is absurd. I've never seen anything
like that.
And I didn't even know they were full motion yet.
Yeah,
because I didn't even have that. It's not like I saw it on TV or something. I had no idea what it was, so I took it home.
You're like, oh, that's the thing that they do.
Yeah, and so I brought it home, and I put that bitch in, and then I started, like, he's walking up to the door, and I was like, holy fuck, that's a whole ass dude. You know, like, everybody's moving. Did you see the way that car peeled out when it got into the thing? Holy
Mario.
shit. Yeah, it was unbelievable, the power of it that had.
And the cool thing about vector graphics is that they scale. You can scale them really small, or you can scale them huge.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know,
because
everyone's doing 16K graphics, you can continue scaling up, and you don't need to see lines. Like, you don't need to see jagged if you don't want to. No pixels.
That's crazy. Well, the next game is Shining Force. Now, this one is a one that costs a ton, and this is an extremely pristine. Even the case, I should probably take a wet cloth and go over all of those other cases just to make them look a little bit better or whatever. But
there's a cloth right behind your head that was used for that purpose. Nice.
I'll probably go in the kitchen and use. I need lots of stuff. But this game is a couple of games in one, actually. I forgot actually what the deal was with this. Here, let me see. Shining Force CD. Because I know the Shining Force CD kind of is just like they re-put some other shit on there. Published by Sega for Sega PC. It's a remake of the game Shining Force Gaiden and Shining Force 2, originally for the Game Gear. Although the game was largely unnoticed until '95, it gained cult following, considered one of the best titles. So yeah, Shining Force Gaiden, I don't even know what that is. But this also ended up not even really being completed, and the developer, like, everything went to shit, and they never completed the fucking game. Like, it kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger to one of the sequels that it's on, and then that was that. That's all we got. I may have missed something. I lost track of how everything was, but I do remember just being over at one of my friend's house, and he had. I think that there's a version for Sega Saturn as well, and he had the Sega Saturn version, and whatever that we had there, like, we were just kind of sad because it was incomplete, and we were like, "This is it. This is where it ends now." They fucking Fox canceled the series again, or whatever, you know.
Oh my god. Oh, flashbacks.
Yeah.
Wanna watch this canceled
it's a
series?
Great series. It's great.
Sure,
oh, canceled, I guess.
Let's watch this canceled pilot.
How many loopholes are there, or how many unresolved stories, unresolved things are we gonna have to contend with?
Fox funded some of the coolest pilots.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the coolest, like, series that only ever had like 1, 2, 3 episodes, and sometimes they got a whole fucking half season.
They get like or one whole season. Then we get a single season.
Occasionally you get a whole season.
And then it's just fucking dead. Because I think Firefly was one of those, right? Yep. In the beginning? Yeah, Firefly was one of those. Firefly, and they get this whole huge season, and it's amazing.
And there was all this world building, there was so much more, and then it's like, you did it. And then there was enough energy to make the movie that kind of, you know, sort of closed it all, but like crazy way, like it was something that clearly could have run for 10 seasons.
Absolutely.
Or forever.
Yeah, there was so much that they had to do. I remember seeing that movie.
People, like, there are people now who look back and are like, it's not all it's cracked up to be, but like, no, it was pretty good. It really was. And I mean, yeah, the showrunner's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's something we have to contend with in the history of it.
They're getting together and trying to put together an animated series now with the original cast, all the ones that are alive anyway.
When the Runefaust army invaded.
Well, the priest is dead, right?
The priest died. Yeah. I think it's the only one. But also in the movie they killed somebody too, so I feel like obviously it's got to be some shit before like everybody got fucking murdered. Not everybody did, but like they definitely killed off some people like really harshly near the end of the movie or whatever.
Yeah, I will say that Firefly has been maybe an outsized influence on some of my own writing.
For sure.
I think it's because
it just was damn good writing.
Well, it's
like
good,
it was complex
also,
and like not too rigid.
It also is because I kind of grew up in the South, and growing up, you know, all the cowboys and the westerns and stuff like that was just like as part of the culture, and to see that kind of bridge the gap between western and like sci-fi in a way that's like much farther than what Star Wars did. You know, Star Wars had a little bit of space western in there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There's definitely like some romanticism inside of like a whole aspect of like a space cowboy type of situation, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like Firefly definitely did it best.
I think, yeah.
To where it feels like it is a proper combination of like, you know, living inside of a world where space travel definitely is a thing. Space travel, space battle, you know, colonies, all of those different types of things.
I mean, like, I hadn't watched Cowboy Bebop yet either, so...
Yeah, also that, yeah.
Like, if I would have seen Cowboy Bebop first, I maybe wouldn't have thought Firefly... Well, Firefly's still good.
Well, I saw Cowboy Bebop first, but, like, it just made me happy to see more space cowboy shit, you know? Like, I was like, finally, someone else gets it, you know? Because anybody else that kind of really tried it, it just kind of was, like, too stupid. It was a little too dumb. Outlaw Star is kind of close to some space cowboy type thing or whatever, but they definitely get a little far out there. There's definitely some sort of crazy space gun magic like that happens in there that's like
well,
a
you
bit
always
much.
gotta have something weird with a capital W.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like Cowboy Bebop does it, like farther towards the end, things just start getting really fucking strange.
Yeah.
And then
the fucking episode
like
with the episode with the fat guy was the fat guy that was the assassin that was like floating around and just laughing. The fat guy, the floaty dude, beat the shit out of Spike. Left him like pretty much in a full body cast. That was a good one. Outlaw Star for sure has magic. Did it have magic? I kind of don't remember. I mean, the gun itself was definitely very magic. Like the gun shot gravity or I don't know. That's
well, I mean, you know, Firefly had psychics and like.
Oh
crazy,
yeah, that's
like,
right. They did have the.
I don't know, like Gun Kata guy kind of.
Oh yeah.
Man, he was so scary. I remember, like, because I rewatched the series after I hadn't watched it, like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and I was like, man, this is like, some of this is like, put you on the edge of your seat. And the fact that, like, there was a clear villain introduced that's like, this is going to be a really cool antagonist in future seasons.
Never mind. Never mind. That was some old bullshit. How dare.
But also, the series is all has like it barely skirts the edge of being super problematic in a lot of ways, and it's really amazing how close it gets because like I said, I was inspired by it for some of the stuff that I've worked on, and then after looking at it, I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is bad actually, because I was reading a little when I was working on this project a couple of years ago. God, was it a couple of years ago? Not a couple of years ago, like just a year and a half ago. God damn it. Anyway, working on this project, and it had a little bit of that. It's like a little bit of Western kind of vibe to it, with dark fantasy elements. And so I was like, all right, this is this kind of vibe I'm going for. And I was thinking about Firefly. I was thinking about the things I like about it and how to integrate some of those things into the world. And then I started reading interviews with people who worked on the show and where their inspirations came from. And I was like, oh, that's bad. So the cannibals were inspired by depictions in Western media, American media particularly,
of natives,
of Native Americans. And I was like, oh shit.
And there's
I
not
need
a
to
bit.
go rewrite some stuff.
Like there were definitely some crazy ass tribes out there or whatever, but like,
me, you know?
Yeah. There's monsters in every play, you know, like in every race or in everything, you know, but like definitely not. That's all of America definitely saw the natives as monsters. Well, early America, I should say.
Yeah,
shit,
a lot of
still
that's
now
true.
or whatever. But yeah, they're definitely.
That is the way that people perceived it, and
Yep.
that was, you know, the U.S. government made that happen. They're like constantly were putting people in areas that they knew they were going to get attacked in order to justify counterattacks.
Yep.
And they did it for fucking centuries, and it's really terrible. And so like, I wanted to think about, you know, my own writing and how I was going to be like aware of that. And I'm like, what actually differentiates it? What makes it better or worse, or like, what's the implication? And I don't know. It's there's like a lot of like mental gymnastics to do to figure it out, because there's so much of the stuff that we inherit. Things in our media, in our games, in our movies, and everything else. It's just like, well, that's just how stories are told, and that's not entirely true. There are other ways that stories are told, but you kind of have to read epic poetry and get stuff translated from other languages sometimes to get to a different cultural perspective, and it's like I don't know. There's so many more ways to tell stories.
We definitely, the majority of the media that we've consumed, especially while we were growing up and everything like that, is pretty much lays in the same bed as, the victors write the history books.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you gotta, that's a... Of course, generally any good writer normally is the type of person who is an extremely, they're a good reader too, right? You read the books. You learn about everything. You learn about everything else outside of whatever is inside your thing. Yeah, precisely as you said. There needs to be more than just, I want right story.
I mean, but
that can happen sometimes.
Really do just they're just like, I want to be a writer, and it's like, okay, but do you want to write? No.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe you should choose a different desire.
It's like everybody would be like, man,
you want to be known as being a writer.
I really wish I could be an artist. Well, do you have hands and working fingers? Because that thing, I mean, you could use a pencil. Dude, you could start, right? That's where it all begins.
If you just do something a lot, there's a good chance you'll get better at it.
Yeah.
And that's really annoying. There's a reason
It can be super annoying.
Pretty good at programming. I've done it a lot since I was small.
I'm really good at playing video games.
And if I had done something other than programming,
then you'd be like me, stuck being only good at video games.
Yeah, it's rough.
I'm a little good at little chunks of things here and there.
Making computers do stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's really neat, and not only is it a thing that I can make for myself, which is cool enough, but then other people can use it too.
It's art.
It's very exciting to be like, I made a thing and you can interact with it. And it's a little bit more of a responsibility when you get it as a job and you're doing things, and it's like, oh, depending on what I build, I make your day measurably better or measurably worse. And I think about that a lot, and a lot of programmers don't.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of programs are probably just like, yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Get good at drawing, but I could prompt engineer instead. Yeah, that's the problem now. Dude, art is accessible now to us, bro. Fuck you.
You could always plagiarize art, dumbass.
Yeah.
Now you're paying to plagiarize art. Who's the real idiot?
Yeah. Surprise.
The saying isn't good artists, good artists steal or whatever. What the fucking thing is? Good artists make good art and the best artists steal it or something like that? I forget how the fucking phrase goes. Anyway, now it's the best artists buy the art from a third party?
Buy the art through a third party, and it's terrible.
You don't get to call yourself an artist. You don't get to call yourself a programmer. You're just paying someone else to do the work for you. It's not yours. It's mental.
It fucking kills me. All done. Cowboy artist DJ Cliche Darkness. No. Thank you, Pizza Tax. Alright, this game works good. This is the last one too out of all of the Sega CD games. Well, of ones that I'm going to sell anyways. And the one, I don't know, there's a few that are in some sleeves that are in between a couple other games on that shelf that I can't really find. Oh, you want to know what? Eternal Champions is somewhere.
I really need to go to sleep.
Yeah, me too. I was almost going to go to sleep halfway through this.
And I'm going to shower and sleep, I think.
Oh, let me take my clothes out of the dryer too. I'm gonna end my stream anyway. We've successfully tested everything out here. We got this stream going on. We still have a lot more to do, and I gotta transplant one of these things up to the front. It's probably gonna be the Jurassic Park cover. I'm gonna transplant that off and put it on the Lunar cover so that it can be worth more money because that case is fucked. And then that's it. We're all set. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out with me during this whacked out stream time. I will be seeing you when I see you. Oh goodness, it just abruptly went quiet. Thanks for the bye!